And Colin, this week, our dear leader, our Führer, I was going to say our Führer, I'm not going to say
Yeah, well, that is
that.
that's German for leader. That's all that
Yeah,
means.
yeah,
It means leader in German,
exactly.
okay?
Yes, yes, no big deal. This, so,
It's not a big deal.
there's
It's
going
not
to
a
be
big
some
deal at all.
leftists. There's going to be like the Atlantic is going to be like right wingers are now referring to Trump
Yeah.
as their Führer.
This is going to be clipped on Right Wing Watch. You know them? Right Wing Watch. They
Yes,
always post
yeah.
like Nick Fuentes clips and
Yeah, it'll
things
be
of that
like
nature.
be like Mein Führer, but he is not Mein Führer. It's just a joke. So, I mean, I guess he is. He's our leader. So, regardless, the point is he sent
Hmm.
this letter over, I guess, Sunday into Monday, to the Prime Minister of Norway, who Norway is the home of the Nobel Peace Prize and the Nobel Prizes and the Nobel Committee. And if you're not familiar with this letter at all, Trump sent this letter to the Prime Minister, who went on to express that he is in no way, like the government of Norway is not associated with the Nobel Committee. They do not make a selection. It's kind of like Xi Jinping sending a letter to Trump because he didn't win, because like one battle after another beat some like his biopic or something,
Yeah.
like to the Oscars, because obviously Trump does not get to make a decision. He's not part of the Oscar. He's not in the Academy. Okay, so Trump sends this letter, and I don't know. There really is no defending this letter. And it's not necessarily what he lines up about Greenland and Russia and China. I think that can be defended, but like he's just like so petty and it's very unhinged. Like I saw people talking about the 25th Amendment, and I'm like, I don't even think that that's a stretch at this point because he's just writing these.
It doesn't even matter though.
But it
Like that's
doesn't,
the thing.
yeah. Go
Like
ahead.
nothing really. Like the president of the United States, like everybody should know by now that this is just a figurehead position basically. Um, although I feel like we're really entering our empire stage right now, our Roman Empire stage. Because okay, so before this, I was very libertarian minded. I was like very anti-intervention, we shouldn't be involved in any other countries doing anything. But I sort of had a change of tune after this whole Venezuela thing, and now I'm sort of the mindset of like, you know what? We should do this with more countries actually. Like we should go in like Trump could kidnap the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom in the middle of the night.
Like
And
Maduro.
yeah, what is anybody gonna do? Like really, what is anybody gonna do? Can anybody do anything? No, nobody's gonna do anything. Like,
That's the interesting thing, like because I saw it and I sent it to you, and like Monday morning, I was also like in the throes of like food poisoning. My head's like delirious, and I'm like, what is this crazy letter he is sending? Like this is so pathetic.
it
It's
really
not even.
encapsulated our time, though,
Yes,
in a
it
sense.
absolutely does. Yes, yes, because like president the de facto leader of the free world is like, I didn't receive this trophy, so like peace really isn't that important to me anymore. Like it was the most, come on, people, like there's no way this is not like some kind of, and they're like, he's just trolling. And I'm like, no, this is like pretty, the top of the letter, the first paragraph is like, I didn't get a prize. I didn't get my trophy. And I'm like, you're the like most powerful person on the planet right now.
He
Uh,
wants his major award, like the dad in A Christmas Story. You remember when he
yeah,
got the
he
major
was.
award?
Yeah, he was.
He had to display it.
Yes, from his like puzzles. Yeah. But like
Yeah,
you quickly reminded me that you're like, Karen, it doesn't even matter because like nothing's going to happen to your point. Like he could
yeah. What
literally
happened?
go in and not, and I was thinking about this, that I think there's two conclusions I come to after the fallout of this letter is okay, so that was Monday, it's now Friday. Nobody cares. It's completely out of the news cycle. It's as if nothing ever happened. now Trump is like, we're not going to use force on Greenland. Although I said, we're going to, he basically was
I
like,
was disappointed by that, actually. I wanted us to have like a Normandy style invasion in Greenland and like really freak out all the Eskimo people there. Like I think that that would have been a cool thing to do, quite frankly. Like I was very disappointed. Like now it seems very litigious, the agreement that we have where we're gonna have like a base there or something. I don't know. I'm an idiot. I don't know the ins and outs of it. But the point is, it's not like an invasion. Like I feel like we should have taken the land by force at this point. I feel like we should go into Cuba. We should definitely take Cuba because that's a place I've always wanted to visit, but obviously Americans can't go there. Isn't it wild though how like if you're Canadian, you can travel to Cuba?
I don't know. For at some point in time, I felt like we could. Like my cousin's narcissistic husband went there at
Really?
some point in
How?
time. Yeah, he thought he was like an influencer, and he went. Maybe he went through Canada. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but he
I feel like there was
definitely.
like talk of the embargo being lifted during the Obama administration, but that
Yeah.
didn't take or something.
I don't know. He went there there was like some window of opportunity where you could go, but yet again, nothing matters. Okay. This is these are
Well, that's kind of what I'm saying here. Since nothing matters, I've kind of dropped my whole libertarian anti-interventionist mindset. I'm like, you know what? It's good that we took Maduro. We should take the Prime Minister of the UK. I have a plan for Ireland too. I was thinking like we should invade Ireland and we should kick out everybody who needs to be kicked out, and you know who I'm talking about. And we should make a ruling that you have to prove that you have some Irish or Celtic ancestry in order to live there. And like Ireland should be a colony of the United States, and only the Irish live there. Same goes for Scotland. Like we should take over Scotland. That should be a U.S. colony. Again, you must prove Celtic
he already
heritage.
has a golf course there. So, and I think
Right,
Trump
right. He's
is
already
Scottish, isn't he? Isn't
he
he?
is. Yes, he is
Yes.
Scottish. He's got the golf course there. So yeah, we should take over the UK,
Just Europe. Let's
Ireland,
just do Europe.
most honestly, truly, most of Europe we should take over at this point, I feel, because like what is like I said, what is anybody gonna do? What's Denmark gonna do if we go in there? Like nobody's gonna do anything. We have nuclear warheads. The most they can do is basically like post about it on Twitter, say what an outrage this is that the dictator Trump is taking over all this. No, we need to get into our territory annexing phase here as part of the American empire. I'm all for it now because we can't like. We can. Who's going to stop us? Why not? Why not take over most of Europe and South America, Latin America, the
He should
UK, the
just
whole bit?
retard Max. Like just retard Max.
Exactly. Just
Like just
retard
do
max.
it. What are you
Annex territory.
thinking?
We need to start annexing territory again because it's in the best interests of the American empire. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think like if like Ireland was like a US colony, I don't think we would need a passport to visit there.
No, I
You
don't
know,
think so.
because like
No.
Puerto Rico is a territory. You don't need a passport to go to Puerto Rico,
Well, yeah.
right?
So yeah. I don't think so. No. So I think, like you said, and it's actually interesting that my brother, I won't say which nation, but he is in
You
he's in
won't
the
say what
Navy.
doctor.
Yeah, I won't say what doctor, but well, he's not in not that one. But he is in a European country with the US Navy, and he was telling me
Mm,
like they have like a couple ships, and he's like, that's like their whole navy. It's just these couple
right.
ships. I mean, just his like fleet group is more than their entire navy. It's great.
They
And
should take
I'm
out the
not
navy
saying
of
that
this country. His group should go over.
yeah, just done, roll through.
Yeah, yeah. Just
Just Italy gets to stay their own because they have was it Maloney? She can just stay there and
I like her. I dig her. Whenever I see
yeah.
photos of her, I think that she's such like a little hottie. Like she's such like she gives off like this milfy kind of a vibe to me. Like I'm totally down with Georgia Maloney. I think she's good stuff.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, she can still remain a nation state. We'll let her.
Yeah,
I mean, they're the OGs. They are the Romans. But
exactly,
they get to be the
exactly.
Roman Empire. But maybe we'll just give her a couple countries and they can be the Roman Empire. We can be like the American Empire. But to your point, you were saying about like there's two conclusions I come to as like I said, as we move from Monday to Friday, we move through the whole news cycle of the week that it's as if nothing ever happens. And also simultaneously, I didn't really think like the decline of our empire or maybe the beginnings of our empire. I'm not sure how to feel about this anymore. Everything just feels so absurd. I always thought that so much of this, like when you talk about the news, would feel more serious. Like I was having a conversation with somebody.
No.
Imagine 5 years before January 6th, you had those images appear to you in like a dream. You would have thought after January 6th, like if you imagine you would have seen those images in a dream, you would think, oh, that's got to be the end of our nation as we know it. Like that's got to be, if that's going to happen, that take place at the Capitol. And instead it was like, all right, that happened. Like,
I
the
thought it was cool too. Like as I was watching the live stream, like I was watching a live stream of somebody who was going into the Capitol. I guess they had like a GoPro on or whatever. They're live streaming the whole thing, like breaking down the doors. And I was thinking like, oh wow, this is really cool. This is almost like an American, like an old school American Revolution. And it was hilarious too. And everybody knows it was hilarious too.
Yeah, I think that the first images that came out, because like I didn't see it exactly right away, but once I actually saw just like some of the pictures came on television, I remember thinking like, oh my goodness, what is going on? Like I actually had just come out of the hospital for like a month. I was in the hospital for like a month. I almost died of sepsis. So
Hmm.
I just
I
was
remember.
completely out of everything. Like it was so I remember turning it on and thinking like what in God's name is going on? Like I don't know if I thought it was more just like absurd. I think absurd is the word of the times, you know? It's just like you don't
That's
even
what
know
made it
what.
funny.
Yeah, and it's interesting too when you think about it. I guess part of it, and I'm not saying I think it's in some ways ignorant to say nothing ever happens. Things are happening. Like I have friends that live in Ukraine. Russia did in fact invade Ukraine. They have
Hmm.
power outages they're dealing with right now. Like things are happening in Ukraine. I'm not sure if it's just in America, things things are happening, but I feel as though it's the news cycle that makes us feel because people definitely have like it's gotten on a more life has gotten more unaffordable. People have lost jobs, companies have closed. I mean, we had COVID lockdowns. So I
We're in the
believe things.
golden age, Karen. What are you
Yeah,
talking about? This is
we
the
are not.
golden age.
Well,
Nobody can afford.
Trump just said the affordability crisis is a Democrat hoax. I don't know if you saw
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
yeah,
he's
I
just
did
like
see that. Yeah,
that's a
yeah, pretty much.
hoax.
Yeah, everything's a
He's like,
Democrat hoax.
what? My family and I have made billions of dollars off of our meme coin. Like,
Yeah, exactly. My shitcoin made us millions.
yeah. What do
What's
you
wrong
mean
with you
people can't
people?
afford?
Yeah, yeah. You're just, you're crying. You're
He's like, my
whining.
son-in-law is rebuilding Gaza. Okay, everything's
Yeah.
great.
What
What
are
do you
you
mean?
doing? Get your act
Yeah.
together, peasants.
Yes. But I think it really just comes down to that things are happening. They're just like a slower burn. And I feel as though it's really just the news cycle. It's the news cycle that makes us. I remember last year thinking, okay, are we going to war with Iran? Like, what is happening here? You felt like we were on the verge of World War III. And it really is just if you are on X enough or if you are watching the news nightly, you are just being conditioned to believe that the whole world is going to collapse at like any moment. And then the next day you just get up
Right.
and it's like you got to show up to work and just
Exactly.
things are just moving as per usual. And I do think that that's the one that I was complaining about one battle after another. But if you did see the movie,
I refuse to watch that.
yeah, well, it
Woke
ends.
propaganda.
It ends with Leonardo DiCaprio's character, who was formerly part of like this like Antifa leftist group. He's just like staring at himself on his iPhone trying to take selfies. And like that's the end of the movie is him and his daughter's like going to like help at an ice raid or something. But I
Oh my
think the
God.
point they were trying to make is that it's I do feel like there's some truth in that where people it's like, okay, I'm outraged about this on X for 10 minutes, but then it's like, okay, I'm just trying to take a selfie of myself and like look good. And people, I mean, the thing is, like, for the foreseeable future, Americans don't really have any great consequences. Like, we know we're not going to go hungry. And if you have some kind of medical melody, like, it's going to get treated, even if you
Yeah.
don't have health care, like, you're going to be taken care of. It might not be easy. You might have to take on debt. I'm not saying it's not going to be without any consequences, but like I said, you're not going to go hungry. You're not going to die. You're not going to starve to death.
Yeah, you're not
So,
going to bleed out on the side of the
yeah,
road or
yeah.
something
So,
necessarily.
exactly. So I just feel like people, I mean, I'm sure that's like how people feel. Like we just had protests locally. I don't know if you guys are having any
Oh,
protests. You
yeah,
know,
I saw
yeah,
some stuff in the news, but
yeah,
it's not. I don't think it's as prevalent down here as it
yeah,
is where you're at. And what is
yeah.
anybody protesting, by the way? Like, what is there to protest? Like, you can go to the grocery store and you can get your slop, you can get your Cheetos or your Doritos or whatever, and you can come home and you can turn on your Netflix. Like, what are you people protesting? Like, it's so nauseating to me, the whole protest culture. Like, nobody's protesting anything important, you know?
That
Uh
I guess they would claim that they are because they're.
Yeah, well, President Trump just signed an executive order to open up the mental institutions. Thank God. Thank
He's going
God
to be
we're gonna.
rounding up everybody at the protest.
Please, please get them all. They all need help. They all need to be like we said last week. Dr. Loomis on every street corner, kicking down the door at 2 o'clock in the morning, yanking the Xbox Live headset right off their heads, snatching them right in the paddy wagon to the institution they go, and we'll live like in like a semi paradise if that
Yeah,
happens.
really.
Honestly,
That would be.
if all these nut jobs get locked away, we will live in paradise. But anyway, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, finish your thought.
No, 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 I just like I said, I think that um I don't know, I feel like in some ways that is why people don't feel like there's really any consequences. I mean, like our president can write just that he's mad he didn't get a trophy or medal
And he
and
should write more
and
letters
he
like that,
should.
quite frankly.
Well, I was kind of inspired by it. Like after the initial shock that it was a real letter wore off, I
Hmm.
realized that, why shouldn't you have that level of hubris? Like maybe I need to
Absolutely.
take a feather out of Trump's cat cap and I need to show up in my life like that. Like it's kind of inspiring. Like sometimes I think to myself, like Trump just goes after what he wants and he just says whatever and he knows there's no consequences. So I'm trying to
Hmm.
think to myself, like, why don't I just start? Why am I so timid all the time? Why am I afraid to say what I think? It's time to just be like Trump. It's time to just, if I don't like the coffee they just gave me, throw it in their face and tell them to remake it. Okay. I wouldn't
Right.
actually throw it in anybody's
Yeah,
face,
no,
but
you shouldn't throw scalding hot
no,
coffee
no.
at
But just like,
workers.
you know
That's
what? I don't
bad.
like this. Okay. My name is Karen. I need to show up as a
Yeah, literally,
Karen.
your name is Karen.
I know. And I'm like
Amazing.
literally the worst. I'm like, oh, I'll just go to another place if they mess it up. I won't
Hmm.
tell
Hmm.
them. I'll just
Yeah.
I will accept the conditions of my existence. And I need to start showing up like Trump. I need to be like, you know what? It's time to bulldoze Gaza. We're remaking it into a new Dubai. It's time to seize Green. I want Greenland.
Hmm.
I'm taking Greenland. I'm pissed
Yeah.
that I didn't get that medal. Everybody in this continent needs to know about it. Like that's
Yeah.
how
And you know
you
what? Just
show up
give
for
Israel the
yourself.
Middle East, honestly. Like, I think they should just have like why not? Why not? It's it seems like fitting, like they should be in charge there in that area, so they could have the Middle East. We could have Latin America, South America, most of Europe. Putin should just take
I mean,
Ukraine, honestly, at this point.
in Israel's defense, like all they want is like that little slither of land. Like
Give him the
why?
strip. Let him have the
Yeah, like
strip.
why?
Let Jared build his Miami.
Like everybody gets so mad at them. It's like they're not trying to take Egypt, they're not trying to take Jordan, they're not trying to take
I think
Lebanon.
they
Like
should take Egypt and Jordan, actually. I think they should control most of the Middle East. It's time for Putin to just do a blitzkrieg through Ukraine, go in with the infantry, mobilized infantry, tanks, aircraft, just blitz right through. Take this country already. Just take it. I mean, it basically was Russia. Like that's where Russia was founded, I'm pretty sure, in the Ukraine
it's like
back
the
in the.
soul of, well, yeah. I mean, it's actually a whole like demographics battle. Not going to get into it,
Oh, they should
but
take it though.
they should just, yeah. I mean, we should all just take whatever we want at this
Right.
point. Like, I think
This is the
that
season of
is,
taking
this
what we
is
want, really. You know, America's going to take what it wants. Russia's going
your
to take what it
neighbor's wife
wants.
is now yours. Okay.
Yeah,
Like, this
Israel's
is
going to take what it
just,
wants. We're all going to just kind of take what we want here, and I think
yeah.
that's we need to be more of that mindset
Like
now.
the Grinch that stole Christmas. Like we wanted Maduro, we got him in the middle of the night. Like we just took
Yeah.
it. Just take.
Yeah, because if you're
You're
not going to take what do you you're not going to get anything accomplished by diplomacy and negotiations and all that horse shit. Like that's not going to get that never got anybody anywhere, really.
wait, but also speaking of like what's consequences, like like does anybody care that like Venezuela, like we just went and took their leader in the middle of the night and who's
No.
running Venezuela? Like who
The woman, the vice president. I'm pretty sure she's in charge there now. I can't remember her name. It's not really important, but yeah,
is
she's in charge and everything's going hunky dory, I
swimmingly,
think.
I
I don't
guess.
know.
Yeah. I
Doesn't
mean,
matter.
I just feel like that's how it is. It's like you wake up the one morning and everybody in the news media is like, "Oh no, this is unprecedented. The end of the world, breaking news. We just took Maduro." I mean, yeah, it seemed like a big deal, but it's already like it doesn't matter anymore. Like we're just
I thought it
fucking
was a big deal at first, and I was against it at first, but then I was like, you know what? Like, why not? Why not? And you know, I think it would be interesting just to kind of wrap things up here. I don't think that they should actually keep Maduro in jail or execute him. I think it would be interesting if they gave him citizenship here, but he just had to be like a regular guy. Like, could you imagine like if he had to like get a job at Publix and he was
yeah.
like at the deli like making the pub subs down here in Florida at like you go to get your pub sub
He's
and
on food
Maduro's there.
stamps.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
I think that would be kind of interesting. So I think they should give him citizenship, but he has to just be like a regular dude and like he could live, you know, somewhere down here in Florida probably, I imagine. He would like the climate down here. So we need to start doing interesting things like that to these leaders when we snatch them up. Just like make them regular people.
Yeah, like Keir Starmer, he'll be working at like the DMV. He's in the
Absolutely,
UK.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
yeah.
should take
So
him in the
yeah.
middle of the night tonight, as a matter of fact. They should go, Trump should just go in there, and then you'll wake up the next day and it's like, Trump kidnapped the Prime Minister of England. Oh, this is an outrage. What? And that's all that's going to happen. You're going to hear the rabble, and then the next day, nobody is going to care
Nobody's
that
it'll
the
be
Prime Minister of England got snatched in his jammies in the middle of the night. So
they'll
that's
have him
kind
in
of
three different pajamas, like they have Maduro in the three different
yeah,
outfits. It's like, what is going on here?
yeah.
But I do have to say, we can wrap things up, but I had heard that Trump learned from The Apprentice that he kind of realized like the news cycle is like The Apprentice. Like every week there was like
Hmm.
a new episode and
Yep.
people would just move on and they would forget the previous episode. They just move to the next episode. So every day is like a new episode with Trump. It's like, what is going
It's
to
true.
happen tomorrow? And like you said, maybe it'll be The Apprentice UK edition next week. And
God, I hope so. I hope next week we are here talking about the American invasion of the United Kingdom and Ireland and Scotland. We need boots on the ground over there. I'm advocating for boots on the ground. Let's get this territory, American colonies, but we'll leave, you know, obviously it's going to be only Irish people there and Scottish people there. You get the idea. But
yeah.
Yeah, this has been a fun conversation here, Karen. Thanks for tuning in,
Yes.
everybody. Give us a like here if you enjoyed this. Hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you next week.